I don't know. Welcome to the commission meeting for Tuesday. What day is it today? Thank you. He said, let's do the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Almost missed my chair.
Oh, that would have been good. All right, Manager McGill, the summary. Oh, no, we got to do roll call. Roll call. Roll call.
Commissioner Flynn.
Present.
Commissioner Siegler. Here. Commissioner Silverman. Commissioner Swager Wilson.
Here.
Commissioner Grella.
Thank you very much. All right, now we'll do the summary of discussion and the announcements. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Discussion session. We only had one presentation. That was a review of department and staff office goals for 2026, presented by the consultant who led the project for the municipality. A lot of good information there. I would look for something in the near future on the website so that we can share that information with all of our residents and develop maybe some associated dashboards for that as well. So keep an eye out for that. We did not have time to get to the intersection camera report from the chief, but we'll do that at a future discussion session. We did hear updates on activities of the various boards from their commission liaisons. And then prior to discussion, we met in exec session to receive legal advice from the solicitor on a variety of topics. We also discussed a board appointment. And then after discussion at approximately 7:35, the commission went back in to executive session to discuss the manager's review for 2025. The next regular meeting of the commission will be held on Tuesday, December 9th. This is our final commission meeting of the year. The meeting will begin at 8 o'clock. Here are the ways the public can participate, either in person, you don't need to pre-register, simply show up at the appropriate meeting time, or remotely via the Zoom webinar format. Again, no pre-registration necessary. Simply click the link located on the meeting agenda on the municipal website, and if you wish to speak during citizens' comments or during public hearings, simply use the raised hand feature on Zoom, and you'll be notified when it is your turn to speak. That's all I have, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. Commission Vice President Jeff Siegel with the community highlights.
Thank you, Mr. President. If you know an amazing volunteer, nominate them today for Mount Lebanon's Community Service Award, presented by the Civic Engagement Board. Rules and applications are available online at mountlebanon.org/Community Service Award. Spots are going fast at the Mount Lebanon Residence Academy, a free 9-week program sponsored by the Mount Lebanon Civic Engagement Board, starting January 8th. Program information and the applications are available on our website at mountlebanon.org/Residence Academy and in the November issue of Mount Lebanon Magazine. A reminder, Beverly Bright Night will be on Beverly Road from 7 to 8:30 p.m. on Thursday, December 4th. And the Winter Market and Holiday Celebration will be on Washington Road Saturday, December 6th from noon to 5. Remember, when you spend money in your local business districts, your money goes to a local family and helps pay for things like piano lessons, dance uniforms, mortgage payments, and other bills for your friends and neighbors. Shop small is more than just a marketing slogan. When we support Mount Lebanon-based businesses, we support one another. Finally, on behalf of the municipal staff and the 5-member Mount Lebanon Commission, I'd like to wish you and your families all a very happy Thanksgiving. You are what makes Mount Lebanon special, and we are glad you have chosen to live here. We will continue to ensure that this town, your home, remains a safe, desirable, and special place to be. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Siegler. We will go to Junior Commissioner Paige Jocks.
So this week at the high school, it's a short week, so there's not a lot to talk about for this week. Obviously, it's Thanksgiving on Thursday, so we have school yesterday, today, and then we have a half day tomorrow. And I mean, no one really goes to the half day unless you play a sport, then you're obligated to go or you can't go to practice. So I will be one of the people at school tomorrow. There won't be many, but I will be there. So in terms of the things that happened since the last meeting, there was actually quite a lot that happened last week. The first thing is that Model UN traveled to Pitt. This was predominantly 9th and 10th graders who haven't had any experience with Model UN before. And this tournament was Model European Union, and they won awards in 3 out of the 4 rooms that they participated in.
Nice.
And so the next thing is there have been a lot of opportunities to give back to the community at our school, which I think, especially with all these holidays coming up and just the state of what's going on right now, I think it's very important that kids participate and get involved in their community and try and help those in need. So this year we had the food drive like we do every year. It was held by the junior class. So this happened last week, and in every homeroom, we were given a bag where you could donate food. I know I didn't even just donate to my homeroom, but I donated to other classrooms as well. And I know in my one class, my French class, there was so much food for this food drive. Genuinely, I could not wrap my head around how many people actually donated stuff and gave up their own goods at their houses or went out and bought things to give to others. And I thought that was actually pretty amazing. There was also a glove drive, which is essentially like a food drive, but you're giving gloves to people who may not have them or people who are in need of a new pair of gloves. That was hosted by the National Honor Society. And the last sort of drive and opportunity we had to give back was the blood drive, which of course it's a lot easier to give gloves and food than it is to give your own blood, but every season, I guess, they do a blood drive at school. So this was the fall one, and of course I think that's incredibly important because it really does save lives. You can say, oh, food and gloves, it's providing people with opportunities and resources to live a happy and more content life, but a blood drive is very important because it actually is saving lives. So I think it's great that kids get involved in that. And yeah, that's about all I have.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 3, citizens' comments. Do we have anyone online?
Nobody online.
Nobody online. We will go in the room to Colonel Hoon. Come down.
Bill Hoon, 456 Coolidge Avenue. Last Wednesday, I was getting in a little run, and on my way home, I was on Marlin Drive, just before Fire Hill Road. I had just crossed Marlin to get on the side that I wanted to be on because I'm going to turn down toward Coolidge. Well, somebody who was going up Bower Hill turned very quickly into that intersection on Marlin. There was a car right next to me up against the curb, therefore I couldn't run to the sidewalk. And I was quite close to jumping on the hood of that car when I noticed this guy swerve to the left and continue on down Marlin. Well, I turned around to see where he was going because it forks. He could go in a number of directions there, but he was gone. Pretty fast. This past summer, there was a senior citizen, a woman, 76 years old, walked up Cochran Road, crossed Bower Hill when she had the light and could do so safely, stood on the other side, waited for the stick figure, pictogram, whatever you want to call it. And when she got it, she started walking over Cochran Road. Well, she got about half the width of a car across that when a vehicle came speeding down Bower Hill, headed in the same direction as Washington Road, and made an immediate turn into the path of this woman. 76 years old. She has osteoporosis, and she's standing there in the road with the bumper of a vehicle 4 inches from her legs. Now, crossing guard was on the other corner, and when she could, the crossing guard ran over to this woman who was standing on the other side of Cochran at that point and asked her if she was all right and said to her, "He almost hit you." And this woman, shaking, And she said, I know. Now, how far do you think she could bounce? She's already had 5 broken bones, osteoporosis. The traffic situation in Mount Lebanon is absolutely ridiculous. Last Thursday, I walked up from the T to the light at Rawlers in the Public Safety Building, and I waited there. You don't dare jaywalk on that particular intersection. Just don't do it. I waited until I got the pictogram, and then I started across the road. And I realized that an oncoming vehicle had their turn signal on. At that point, I looked back, and there was another vehicle coming up the hill. Also had the turn signal on to go up to this area. Well, they both waited, but I stood there on the other side of the road wondering, I had the pictogram. There shouldn't have been any vehicles that were going to invade my space. What's going on? And I also realized, well, I had a black hat on, a black jacket, and jeans. So either of those vehicles, the drivers could whack me off, bounce me over into the Rawlers area, whatever, and claim, I didn't see that guy. I don't know where he came from. Maybe it's a good thing he's dead. You know, folks, we don't think any of you do much walking, running, or riding a bicycle in Mount Lebanon, but we do. There are a lot of people that do. I have people all over my neighborhood who are running every day. We don't appreciate this traffic thing. The traffic thing is ridiculous. We have a woman on Ray that moved specifically because of traffic racing down Ray and coming off Marland right in front of her house. And she had 2 kids. And she told me, I'm not going to get my boys killed in this township. There's something wrong here. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments online?
None online.
Right. Close citizen comments. Move to item number 4. Commissioner Swanger Wilson, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is consideration of the minutes from the regular meeting held November 11th, 2025. I move to approve the minutes.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Commissioner Flynn, item number 5, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is a public hearing on ordinance bill number 6-25, fixing the tax rate for the year 2026. The municipality will be fixing its tax rate in accordance with the adopted budget. The tax rate for general purposes is currently 4.50 mils. The tax should be fixed at the rate of 4.5 mils for the year 2026 and continue in force for each successive calendar year without annual reenactment unless the tax is subsequently changed.
Great, let's conduct the public hearing. We do not have anyone signed up in the room. Anyone signed up online to give public comment?
Nobody online.
Andrew McCreary looks like he wants to give public comment. No, he does not. The rate of 4.5 mils is, there's like a lot of legal language to say that the tax rate's not changing.
I get all of that from our solicitor.
It's kind of where we're at. Okay, cool. Anybody else here in the room want to comment who didn't sign up by mistake? Clearly an oversight? No? None of that? All right, great. Public hearing is done. Item number 6, Commissioner Silverbit, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. Introduction of ordinance bill number 7-25, establishing compensation for employees for 2026. The ordinance establishes the pay raises and levels for employees, including those covered by collective bargaining for 2026. It also sets hours of work and overtime, longevity, and fringe benefits. Mr. President, I introduce ordinance bill number 7-25.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. We're just introducing, we're good though.
Oh, well,
That was a good
sorry,
job.
sorry.
That was a good job.
All right,
But it is your turn on item number 7, Commissioner Siegler.
sorry, sorry. Thank you, Mr. President. Consideration of resolution number R-17-25, authorizing the submission of a grant application to the Commonwealth's Financing Authority's statewide local share account. The municipality, for the benefit of its citizens, wishes to submit a grant application to the Commonwealth Financing Authority, CFA, local share account, LSA, which provides support projects in the public interest within the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. The municipality is requesting $1 million in funds for the Mount Lebanon South Garage demolition project, which is situated at 705 Florida Avenue. This specific project aims to demolish the existing parking structure, although the overall project aims to reconstruct a new parking structure, which could potentially include a mixed-use development atop of the structure. There is no required municipal match required for this grant application. Mr. President, I move to adopt resolution number R-17-25.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Great. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you very much. Commissioner Smucker Wilson, item number 8, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is consideration of the expenditure list for October totaling $4,527,530.44. I move to approve the expenditure list for October totaling $4,527,530.44.
Second. Motion and a second. Any questions or comments?
Mr. President, my daughter is an employee of Gateway Engineers. I'm therefore abstaining from voting on tonight's expenditure list. I also request this memo be filed with the minutes of tonight's meeting. Give me a few more meetings, I might have it memorized.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 9, Commissioner Flynn, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. I ask that the reports, the departmental reports, be received and filed.
Shall be. We are adjourned. Thank you very much.
Nice pictures.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I am a doer. You gave me these.